Give Me Grace, a podcast by Ellen and Nolan, is brought to you by the Corn Dog Company, home of the Honey Dog, and by Alder Cabinet Installations, classy cabinets for classy people, and by generous contributions from the Friends of the Give Me Grace Project. With all that said, enjoy the show.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight.
Welcome to episode 16 of Give Me Grace. This is a big project that is spearheaded by Nolan Mickelson. I'm so glad that he invited me, Corky Hansen, to be Mick to his Rocky Balboa. And
that's funny that you would be Mick because I'm Mick.
Yeah, but you're Rocky.
You could be Rocky.
Yeah, I'm a lefty. So
Okay.
yeah, but you're in charge. So
Get the chicken, Rocky. Get the chicken.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's how I figured that one is you're in charge.
Oh,
remember when Mick went up to Rocky's in Rocky 1, he went up to Rocky's old apartment there and took his hat off and asked to help him train, and then Rocky yelled at him and he left because Mick had given away his locker. Yeah. So we didn't have anything like that, but
I remember 2 and 3 and 4 more than 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you need to rewatch them because one stands out if you rewatch them later.
Yeah.
So, here we are.
We are here.
Here we are. Nolan's notes. What do you got?
I got nothing. I didn't write anything down.
Okay. Well, got any head notes?
Head notes? No. Just everything's good. Everyone giving good feedback, and I think season 2 will be class of 88. So we got some 88ers scheduled.
Yeah, we do. We have 2, don't we?
4
88ers.
4 88ers scheduled.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's a lot of fun. Yeah. So yeah, we're not going to discriminate.
No.
According to graduation year, apparently.
That's right.
Gotten a little bigger than just 89, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, I have just a Corky's quip on our most recent episode with Jeff.
Okay.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. He told us some great stories. Never forget the story he told about riding his bike and getting hit by a burrito.
That's right.
And then what ensued was even crazier. So
yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah,
good stuff. That was fun to be able to catch up with him. Yeah, sounds like he and his wife have built a great life and a great business and great thing being a foster parent. Well, I have much admiration for foster parents. If there is such a thing as doing the Lord's work, foster parents of all shapes, sizes, creeds, nationalities, anybody who will foster a kid and save that kid or at least try is awesome.
Right. What I would add is from the stories he told about how down on his luck he was financially and stuff to have
Yeah.
what he has now and kind of semi-retired or retired at an early age. That's pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. I think we might do a poll, or maybe we've done a poll after this comes out of all of his pop culture, all of his pop culture references. There's
Yeah.
one that's so subtle that I don't know if people got it.
Mm.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll just say it, and then we can cut it out if we want. But it is when he said he did his best James Dean when he was
Yes.
telling the story in high school. Did you
Mhm.
catch that one?
I did.
From a song. Do you know the
Yeah.
song?
I know it's from a song, but I would be lying if I said I know what
Okay.
song.
Well, it's John Cougar.
Okay.
It's Jack and
Jack and
Diane.
Diane, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome reference. That
Yeah.
one just slid by. I caught it, but I had to look up the song. He's like, that's from song.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get back to it, but good
But it
stuff.
makes sense, and I always wondered maybe where that reference even came from, but now it makes sense. Like you said in high school, and you'd stand up
Yeah,
against
try to
the
be
wall
like
and-
James Dean. Yeah,
That's right.
do our best James Dean. Yeah, leaning back. Yeah, good stuff all around. Anyways, we need to get to our guest, shall we?
We shall.
Oh, look, you've got is this a new one? Is this a new picture?
It's a Grace Elementary.
Grace Elementary one. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
excited to see that one. We'll have to go
We'll
over
see
it.
if our guest can tell us where she is in this picture.
Yeah, awesome. This is cool. Here we go.
There she is.
Look at that. Still connecting to audio. Connected. Hey, can you hear
hear
us?
me?
Yes.
All right.
See you, and we
So
can hear
good
you.
to see you.
Hi. Oops. Wrong way. There we go.
So awesome.
I guess we all have glasses at this point, so
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
see anything without.
I started wearing glasses. True story. I started wearing glasses after I became engaged to be married.
Oh,
Yeah. I was afraid that I wouldn't get a girl if I were a four eyes for some reason. So once I locked that down, I put on the glasses and never looked back.
I guess
That'll be okay.
technically I did as well, but I mean
Yours was less.
later after we got engaged.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Probably less intentional because I was wearing contacts and they were
Oh,
killing me.
okay.
Absolutely killing me. Yeah.
Well, it's
I
good to
can't
see
read
you,
anything.
Ginger.
Hi.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, this has been fun. It's been so fun to see everybody.
I know.
And many don't know probably, but Ginger is one of our biggest helpers behind the scenes because so many of us didn't keep our class yearbook or have one even. So I'm always like, hey, can you send me a picture of such and such?
It's true.
And so she helps.
Yeah.
with that. I appreciate that.
We've been leaning on Ginger a little bit, so thank you. It's great
Yeah.
to be able to talk to you.
You too.
Awesome. So you see over Nolan's shoulders there.
Yep.
What grade is this? Is that Mrs. Clark?
No.
As Mrs. Toon.
Mrs. Toon. I don't think I had Mrs. Toon.
Yeah.
I don't
Awesome.
think she liked me.
I probably
You don't
should
think
get out-
Mrs. Toon liked you?
I probably should get out of the
No.
way. But
Well, let's see. I've got to figure this out. You're apparently there, Ginger. Can you see yourself?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, I
I
think
used
I
to
do.
run away at recess.
Used to run away.
Yeah. We used to pretend to run away at recess.
Oh, okay. Okay.
only on picture
Oh.
day or every day?
Oh, every day, pretty much.
Okay. So I think I've got you spotted and it's over Nolan's shoulder there.
Is
I think
it?
I've got you. Yeah. No, you can sit up.
I can.
Right? Am I right? You can see yourself right now, right, Ginger?
Second row.
Yeah. Second row with the stripes, the horizontal
The
stripes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a great haircut.
It looks really good.
So
Yeah.
we quizzed a couple of other people.
All right. We'll go quickly. If we don't know, we'll move on.
Okay.
How's that? It's bottom row. What do you got? Right under you.
You got to go closer. You got to
Okay.
put me on one.
I don't know that kid in the red shirt. I have no idea who that is.
No, I think I know that one. I think.
Oh, what was his name?
Is it Corey Toomer?
No.
Oh,
No.
I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank, but it's right there, but I can't grab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next to him, you got to get that one.
I'm going to have to pull it up. I got to look at Nolan.
Ginger sent me that picture, so she
Dustin, and then Jimmy, and then
Who? On the front row? Yeah, get out of the way, Nolan. Who's that next one?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
He
I
was
don't remember
friends
a
with
Jimmy.
David.
Oh, okay.
When
Cool.
they were little.
I don't remember Jimmy.
He came up in a different episode.
What grade is this, by the way?
Third.
Third grade. Okay, so I was in Grace by this time. I had Mrs. Clark. This was Mrs. Toon's class.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I'm
All
not
right.
sure on the last one.
No, I don't know
I don't
her
know a
either.
lot of those kids.
Yeah. Okay. Right above on the end. I don't know that
Pop me
one.
closer again.
Hmm.
I can't see. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know that one.
And then the next one was Dawn, right?
Dawn. Okay. So
Yeah.
Dawn was the first girl I ever kissed.
No way.
Fourth grade. Yeah.
Fourth grade?
Yeah. Mrs. Wilker's class. Something about the upstairs, the upstairs,
Yes.
the exclusive
upstairs.
upstairs classroom emboldened me, I think, in a non-sexually harassing way, hopefully.
What was Dawn's
yeah.
last name?
I don't remember.
I don't
We were
know.
on a first name basis, no.
I think it's now Dawn Miranda, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
I
Like we're in
think-
contact with her? Is she in the group?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So where do you get into Miranda then?
Well,
That
I
sounds
think
kinda
she was
familiar.
on Facebook, but
Oh,
if
okay.
it's the same person I'm thinking
That
of.
sounds a little familiar, actually. I don't know. Cool. Who's next? Who's the next one? No idea.
It's right there too, and I can't grab it. I don't know.
Okay. LaDawn? LaDawn?
Mm,
No. LaDonna? Donala? It might have some of those letters in it. Anyways. Oh, I know the next one. Doe. George Gordon. Yeah.
George Gordon. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that they're wearing their Cub Scout uniform.
I know.
Yes,
It's
that was
so-
the thing.
It's so small town, 1980s. Charlene. Yeah. Okay.
And Harrison, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Harrison. Okay.
And then me, and then Misty.
Misty.
Misty's last name.
Misty. That
I'm-
sounds a
I'm-
little familiar from Grace Elementary, but
She moved away probably in junior
I
high,
think
right?
she had to be gone before junior high. Before.
Yeah. And then Brooks
Yeah.
behind her. And then shh. Okay, put me closer again. Shayla?
Is it Jane Ann? I thought that was Jane Ann.
It probably looks like Jane Ann.
Oh, that is Jane Ann. And then
Okay.
Dean.
Dean. Yeah.
Dean McNeil.
And then
Yeah.
I don't know who the blonde
The
one
guy in
is.
the middle. He looks super familiar, but I can't think of his name.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then Randy.
Randy.
Randy Kirby.
Yeah.
And then I
Is it-
don't know who's next, Randy. Can I
is it
see?
And
Doyle?
then it's
Is that
Doyle.
Peck?
Doyle.
He's ready for his cover photo shoot for Cub Scout Monthly. Look at that. That
Yes,
is
and then
so
Dean.
perfect.
Oh, the Corey Toomer.
That's Corey Toomer. Yeah.
And then Tria.
Tria Keller.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I'm actually friends with her on Facebook.
Oh, that's
okay,
cool.
good.
And then I'm not sure who's
That's
next to her.
Derek. I think that's Derek Vieway.
Oh, is it?
Was
Is
it?
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
No, I can't tell.
And then Crystal and
This is
Robert.
horrifying for those listening. And
Robert?
I apologize.
Mhm. And then Shelly.
Who's Robert?
Robert Turner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Robert, we went to school with him all through.
He was in Wilker's fourth grade.
Yeah, till
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
probably seventh grade.
Yeah. He can probably vouch that I actually kissed Dawn.
Was probably there.
He
Actually, I
probably.
think I
Don would
kissed
probably deny it, but
Yeah, that's why I need someone to vouch now that I've put it out there.
And then Shelly,
Shelley. Yeah.
Kathy,
Kath.
and then I can't see who's the last
That
one.
was
That's
like
David
David
Meller. Yeah,
David.
David Meller.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Good class. Where was
Yeah.
this? Do you remember where this was in the old Grace Elementary?
Oh, Jim, it's like
Looks like the gym. Yeah.
No, but I mean the classroom. Sorry, not the picture, but your
Oh.
classroom.
Where our classroom was, it was the very end of the hall to the left on
Like toward the high school, that end toward the high school?
towards the high school.
Because that's
Yeah.
where mine was too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. And then they were down the hall. Mrs.
Mm-mm.
Smith taught down the hall later on, but it was in that main part, right?
It was in the main hall.
Yeah. So our classrooms were probably next to each other because that's where Mrs. Clark's was.
Yep.
Cool. All right. You did great.
Not too bad.
Not too
Thank you.
bad. So I'm looking over your shoulders now. It looks like you're
Mhm.
in your living area.
Yep.
Living area in your home.
Mhm.
I see stairs though. So that must be the upstairs.
This is the main kitchen.
This is the
living-
main area of the house.
Mm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And you
Very
had
good.
a beast of some sort walk in front of you?
Oh, really?
Oh, my cat. Did she walk in
Oh,
front of me?
that's
There's
a-
my
Oh, it's a
dog.
dog too. What a pretty dog.
That's a dog. Did you have
That's a pretty one.
And then here's my view.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
holy cow.
Is that
That is
water out there?
Great
Yeah,
view.
it's the Sinclair Inlet. So,
Oh.
well,
Wow.
that'll go into.
Well,
Yeah.
that would give us a clue of where you live.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that,
Sinclair
won't we?
Inlet.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna look it up. Okay.
Instead of her
Very
telling
good.
us, you're going to look it up.
No, in addition
Sinclair-
to Nolan.
Okay. But while you're looking it up,
Yeah,
tell us about
let's.
your shirt, because I think your shirt says Grace on it.
I did.
really?
My great
Nice.
shirt just for you
Oh,
guys.
that is a gray shirt. That's an awesome gray shirt,
Yeah, I was
actually.
in Grace, look, I don't know, it was probably 2 years ago, and
Oh,
Sam's
okay.
Market, and they had these shirts, and I bought one.
No, that's awesome.
Good. You're representing. You're
Yeah.
repping the G.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I was wearing red 2 nights ago, but I'm wearing blue now. So no grace here.
That's okay.
Saint what? Tell us again. What's it called? Saint
The Sinclair Inlet.
Sinclair Inlet.
Sinclair.
No, I've got it. We'll
We're ready.
get this lined out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sinclair
Yeah.
Inlet is. So tell us where the Sinclair Inlet is.
Yeah. Where do you live?
Okay. So I live in Port Orchard, Washington.
Orchard.
So you know how Todd was telling you that he'd lived in Bremerton?
Oh, it's
for
right
10 years?
north, due north across the
We're
inlet.
right across the water from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
Did you
that.
get to see him when he was there?
No, we just moved here like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
So right in between, Seattle's across the sound from us.
so I asked Todd. I'll ask you. Have you been to the San Juan Islands?
I'm going tomorrow.
Very good.
I have been, yeah, I have been, but my husband and I are going for a long weekend tomorrow. So
Nice.
Do you go from Anacortes?
Anacortes, yeah, I'll get to that too.
Oh,
But
cool.
we're gonna go from
Yeah.
Anacortes, take the
Yeah.
ferry.
My wife and I went there for one of our anniversary trips, and it's wonderful there, San Juan Islands.
Beautiful. Yeah,
That's really cool. Imagine living west of Seattle. Like most of us think of Seattle as west, but you live west of Seattle. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's nice. It's like it's about 17,000 in the town, so it's not too
Okay.
big.
Not too
But
bad.
it's only like
about-
50-minute ferry ride to downtown Seattle. So
and
it's
is getting a ferry, is it easy? Is it tough? Do you have
Very
to plan? It's very easy.
very easy. Yeah.
Never like a wait or anything. You just pop
No.
on there.
Just
There's a
hop-
schedule, I'm guessing.
There's a schedule, but it's pretty frequent. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they have fast ferries if you don't take your car, that only takes 30 minutes. So
Oh, okay. That's cool. And is it 24 hours?
no, I think the last ferry, did you hear the horn?
No.
You probably
Yeah, I
did.
think I did hear something.
That's the horn. The fast ferry, the last ferry comes in about 1:30 in the morning.
Okay. So if you're out, you gotta catch that one.
You do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we realized when we went on our trip up there, we got to the town where we were going to stay overnight the first night around 8:30, and we're like, oh, we'll just find something for dinner. Most everything was already closed. Like
Oh,
everybody goes to bed early there, and I think they get up early in the morning because they got to catch the
they're
ferry.
commuting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
you've
right.
got to, it's the ferry culture, I guess. You got to time your life around when the ferry leaves
When everything's running,
comes back and everything. So really interesting.
Okay. So where did you move from? You said you've been there for 3 years.
So before this, we actually lived in Georgia for 1 year.
No way.
No idea.
Yeah.
That's a
so-
big switch.
Yeah, during COVID, we had kind of a, like, I don't know if you want to call it, like, just went kind of crazy. I don't know, COVID crazy, but we just decided like he could commute online for work. And so we just it's cheap to live in Georgia. So we just bought a house in the north of Georgia mountains and lived there for 1 year. But
Oh,
there's a
my
lot
God.
of snakes and a lot of spiders, big spiders. And it was too far from family. So
It's the woods. You were in the north, like near Tennessee, kind of?
yeah. It was like Tennessee and North Carolina. We were kind of right between, right below in
How
Georgia.
about that?
It's beautiful, but
Beautiful. Yeah.
but very
But it
Awesome.
was a long way, especially during COVID when we weren't flying. Yeah.
Okay.
What
Very
do you
good.
do?
Hmm?
What do you do? Are you retired, working?
I am retired now. Yeah. Right before COVID, I retired. My daughter, my first middle daughter, had her first baby, and she wanted me to kind of granny nanny.
Mm-hmm.
So for a little while after the baby was born, when she went back to work, so I retired at that time, so I could do that.
You get to spend a lot of time with your family then. So that's
I
a good segue. Tell us about your
No,
family.
wait a minute though. Let's go back because you retired as a nurse, right? You were a nurse?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and I went to school. Let's see. What do you
Well,
want?
No.
'cause we're gonna
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
cover all
come
that.
back to that, but
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that people knew that
Yes,
you
I was. I did home health and hospice mostly.
okay.
Hospice for a few years, and then I kind of got burned out because I lost, like, people I got real close to. Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
and I just needed a break from it. So then I did home health and was like the team lead in a branch office for 5 or 6 years, and then I
Okay.
retired.
So it probably felt like you got the last copter out of Saigon, hanging up your white tennis shoes right before COVID. That was a
Yeah,
tough
it was
time for
before
nurses.
COVID. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Very good.
yeah.
All right. No, sorry about that.
No, it's
Sorry.
okay. We're in our 16th episode, so we're still figuring things out. Sometimes the questions, maybe the sequence throws people off, but yeah, for now, just tell us about your family, and then we'll dig into kind of a chronological time machine from high school until now.
Okay. So I'm married to my husband, Dan. We've been married for 34 years. I got married in 1990. And then I have my oldest daughter I got to think about it. She's 32. Andrea, she went to Linfield College and then got a bachelor's there. And then she got a bachelor's in accounting at Boise State. And she's married and has one son who's 4, Ollie, Oliver, and they live in Nampa, Idaho.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mhm.
I have family near there.
And then she is a CPA down there. So,
Nice.
and then my middle daughter is 30. Megan, she got her master's in accounting as well from Boise State. And then she went to San Jose, worked for PwC, met her husband. They got married. They have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, my 2 grandsons, Locke and Liam, 5 and 3. And then they moved here after we moved here. So
Nice.
they're just 15 minutes away. And I spend a lot of time with them. And then my baby is Nick. He's 26. He's currently in college getting his marine mechanic. He's becoming a marine mechanic. So
Oh, nice.
he's actually up close to Anacortes. So
Okay.
he's in Mount Vernon, and that's where he's doing that. And he's getting his degree in Anacortes.
Awesome.
So Locke, right? You said
Locke.
how do you spell Locke?
Locke.
Oh, okay.
That family name?
No,
No.
just something they liked. Yeah.
Okay. Not a like Middle English literature
Well,
fan. John Locke is a famous
It was going to
poet.
be Locke or Kai, and it
16th
ended up being
century.
Locke.
Okay. Locke or Kai.
there's an NFL quarterback with the last name Locke too, but
Yeah. That,
he played for the. He
he's
played in
he's
Seattle
more
for a while.
obscure than the 15th century dude, I think.
Yeah. I was just curious about was it LOCH or LOCKE or what?
Yeah. Oh, like Loch Ness, short for Loch Ness. Is that what you're, what you're
was
thinking?
curious.
Yeah.
Curious.
That's worth clarifying, if
Yeah.
so.
We've seen some of your pets. Tell us, how many pets do you have?
Right now, I have 3. I have the dog, which is Ellie dog. She just perked right up. My
Ellie-
golden retriever,
Ellie dog?
Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very spoiled dog.
Okay.
And then I have 2 cats. Lily, she's 16, and then Tiger is 14. So then a few more
Wow.
years. left with.
This is our second one with both cats and dogs.
Those are some.
When we
pretty
moved
old-
to Georgia, we had 5 cats.
Oh, and Ellie also. So Ellie
My
and then the
kids
5
kept
cats.
dumping their cats on us.
Mm, okay.
Yeah. We gave them back.
16 and 14 are pretty old for cats, right?
It is, yeah. 18 is usually
Hmm.
the top.
Yeah.
18.
Well, that's cool. We love to see. I think it's fun to see people's pets too, if they're around. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
good
That
that
was nice to be able to see them.
they made an appearance on the show. So, all right. So now there's Ellie dog right there. She's
Mhm.
gonna
move.
get comfortable right there in the back.
Yep.
So let's go back to 89 and
Okay.
fill us in on everything else. Right after high school, what did you do?
So right after high school, as soon as we graduated, I had a job. My sister worked for the Challenger Foundation. Probably shouldn't even bring that up, but there's a Netflix documentary on them. It's called Hell Camp.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah.
So I worked in the office down there, not in
Okay.
the field. by the way.
You weren't doing any of the sleep deprivation or anything.
None of that.
Just-
No,
just
I worked in
office
the
work.
office. Just answered the phone.
That's a good clarification.
You know, it's like I was blown. My mind was blown when I was watching
Yeah.
Netflix. I'm like,
I bet.
that looks familiar. But anyway, I worked there for the summer, and then I went to Rick's College, and Kathy and I roomed together.
Nice.
And then Chad, obviously we were close friends with Chad, and his roommate was my husband. So
Okay.
I met my husband through Chad, and then
That's cool.
yeah. So
Okay, wait. Is this Chad Kirby or Chad James?
Chad Kirby.
Chad Kirby. Okay.
Jack Kirby told us that in episode 5.
Oh, I
Mhm.
don't remember. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
Cool.
well, we
That's
didn't really
awesome.
start dating until Chad left on his mission. So not
Okay.
really dating. Yeah. So,
That's
and
awesome.
then we got married that following August. So it was pretty quick. And then I moved to Boise, and I actually worked in a furniture store. He went to school and worked. And then once I had my first daughter, I stayed home with the kids. He continued and finished his education. And then he's worked at Micron for 30 years.
Okay. He started in Boise then,
Mhm.
and then he
Yeah.
moved over. Okay. Does he just work online? Does he just work remote then?
No, actually, he commutes. My husband's in Boise 3 to 4 days a week.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
I'm here by myself most of the
How
time.
about that? Well,
tell us how that, like, he has to fly.
He flies. Yep.
yeah.
He's getting a lot of.
You know,
frequent miles.
he didn't have to do that till this year.
Oh, okay.
And so
wanted
he
to move him
just,
back to the office, huh?
he's actually retiring in December. So
Good.
we're just getting through till
Yeah.
December.
That's awesome.
But let's ask, what do you think you're going to do when you retire? When he's retired and you're
I think he'll find something
okay.
to do, because he's not the type that he'll be able to sit here for any length of time.
Is he an engineer by trade?
No, I don't even, how do you even explain what he is? He graduated in IT, and I don't even know how to explain
You're-
it.
No, don't worry about it.
That's all
Anyway.
IT tells me a lot. He makes
Yeah.
processors or some aspect of them, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so then I stayed home with the kids. He worked at Micron, and then then I went back to school in 2004 or 5,
Okay.
got my nursing degree, and then got my first job in 2008, 2009 in nursing when I graduated. And then, believe it or not, I was working one day at that very first job, and Chad James walks in.
No way.
Where is this
Yeah.
at?
It was Sunbridge Health and Rehab. Anyway, he was higher up in the company than me. He was there doing some, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because he's a nurse too.
But where were you at? When was-
Meridian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, I got to talk to him just a couple of times, and then we got I don't know what you call midlife crisis, but we decided to buy a motel in Forks, Washington.
Knew that.
Oh, Forks. Famous Forks.
Washington.
Whoa,
Yes,
no way. Of the
during
Twilight.
Twilight heyday, by the way.
Wow.
Yes.
How about
so we were out
that?
there during the craziness.
Yeah. So you had a few nuts staying there. For
Yes,
sure.
it was fun. Actually, it was a lot of fun.
But
That's
so
awesome.
tell us how you don't just like, hey, I wonder if there's a hotel for sale in Forks. How did that come about? Are you a fan that you decided?
Well, I was a fan, but that wasn't why. We actually looked at a lot of places, and that was just happened to be one of the places that were on our list to look at. I think we were just looking for a business, like to own our own business at that time. And we just decided we didn't want to go into food service. So
Wow.
we looked at motels and hotels, and
Okay.
this just happened to be the right fit.
awesome.
I was working at the hospital out there, and we were owner managing it. So we
Oh.
were only out there for about 2 years, and then
How big was the hotel or motel?
it's a motel.
How big was it? Like how many-
I think it was 72 rooms, 73 rooms.
fairly big then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
your
enough
Black
to manage.
Canyon motel. It's a little bit bigger than that.
It's like
So when-
6 Black Canyons.
So when Corky talks about me being west of Seattle, Forks is about as west as you can go.
It's in Oregon.
Oh, no, it's
No,
in
it's
Washington.
in Washington, but I thought it was more middle Washington. I had no idea it was up there in
It's
your neck of the
clear
woods.
out on the peninsula as far
I had
as
no
as far
idea.
as you can
Look
go.
at that. I learned something new.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Did,
I'm gonna look up Forks.
Stephanie ever come to Forks?
I didn't ever meet her, no, but they had a lot of fun things for people, big groups of women would come out, and it was fun. It was fun. But yeah, it was starting to die down. We decided that it was time to sell, and I was kind of like burned out because I was working at the hospital and doing the hotel thing, and a lot of other reasons. So we moved back to Boise. He went right back to Micron.
But I have to know because my wife would make me ask this question. Are you Team Edward or the other guy?
I was always Team Edward.
I forget the other guy's name. Sorry. I never watched any of those movies.
Now, what is his name? The werewolf's name?
I just went completely
Spoiler
blank.
alert.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Forks is way out there.
I'm sure they'll correct us in the chat,
Yeah.
like everything else.
You
But
know,
you
I
were-
can't
no
believe
problem.
I'm drawn to blank because
You were
Yeah.
Team Edward.
Remember, hold on. What's my brawl? Edward or
Did you know? I never watched those shows.
you never watched those shows.
No.
Jacob? Team Jacob.
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 Yes.
Yeah, Edward or Jacob.
You were Team Edward. I think my wife.
Yeah,
was,
I've seen them.
I can't remember.
Yeah. It's got the
They're not
worst
good.
baseball scene in the history of baseball scenes.
Yeah, they're not great shows, but they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. My wife Nicole, she likes the books and we watch
I
them.
like the books too.
Yeah.
The books are better than the movies. Basically.
Yes, most
Yeah.
definitely.
I think
better
that's
than-
probably
That's
most people
true.
feel that
Most-
way, huh?
Most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Forks
Okay.
is way out there. That's so
It
you-
is. It's like 4-hour
Okay.
drive to even get to Seattle.
So you left Forks and then you moved where?
And then we went back to Boise.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
back to
and-
Micron. That's right. Okay.
back to Micron, and then that's when I started home health, and we moved around to Boise, but Eagle, Boise, Meridian, we've moved a lot.
Hmm.
Let's just say that's probably our pastime. I don't know.
We get the hobby.
but-
Moving.
Yeah, our hobby. And then we did the Georgia thing. So
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Like, all those places that you've lived, and
Mhm.
where is Dan from?
he's
Where's he
from
from?
Boise.
He's from the Boise
Boise.
area. too?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, of all those places, obviously you love where you live now, but would you say one of them, like the place to live, or?
I actually really love where I am now, actually.
Yeah, show us that view again. That's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty
Across the
sweet right
sound
there.
there. Yeah. Look at
Wow,
That's
is.
pretty
I mean,
cool.
to wake up to that, that's pretty nice.
that. Are you
Yeah.
right? Are you right on the sound there?
So we're
house?
up a little bit. Yeah, just I don't know, not very high, but we're up a little bit, so we're not right on the water. which
Is your
probably-
property property adjacent to the water, or are there a couple Are there
There's
streets
one
in-
house down the hill below us.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
Looks like
we
a cool
like it.
spot.
And tell us, is it true? Like, there's only so many sunny days and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it is true. The summers are beautiful.
Yeah.
Just really beautiful. It doesn't get super, super hot. I think we probably only had 3 or 4 days over 90 this summer.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah, mostly it's in the 70s, 80s. And then in the winter, it rains, from about November to April.
That's all it is.
It's gray and it's dark, but I love it. So I'm okay with it. I love the rainy days and the gray days.
Do you see whales come up in the sound?
They do come. The orcas come down. I have not had the chance to see them, but I see people posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
Pictures out here, and I've not caught them yet, but yeah, they do come down in the sound occasionally.
When you go to the San Juan Islands, you're going to go out and see them?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do that Sunday.
That's what we did. It was fun. It's
Excellent.
We went up when we did that. Our guide took us up into Canadian waters, and a juvenile humpback whale swam right under our boat. So,
Oh, really?
might get
That's
lucky.
awesome.
Yeah, the orcas you can only get so close to, so they're hard to see because they're pretty far away, and you use binoculars and everything. But if you can see the humpbacks, there's no restriction on how close the boat can get to those. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I hope we get to see a lot when we're up
That's
there.
really cool. So that you spent a lot of time in Boise, which explains why you have kids in school there and living there and stuff. That's kind of where they grew up for the most part. Sounds
Yeah.
like.
I had no idea you guys went to Boise State.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah. Rob was there. Dave was there.
I did see
there.
Dave. Actually, surprisingly, when my son was playing football, his son was on another team.
Oh, Jacob. Yeah.
And so, yeah, we got to, see each other at the games.
Yeah,
so.
that's true because his son's around the same age as your youngest, or around the same age as my oldest, actually. Yeah, 26, 27, right in there. So that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah, we're waiting for you, Dave.
Yeah, we need Dave. He's shy. All right, let's move on to faves. Favorite food, Ginger. What do you got for us?
Popcorn.
Oh, I love popcorn.
It's like my favorite food.
How do you eat popcorn?
Hmm?
How do you eat? This might be the dumbest question of all time. No, how do you eat popcorn? That's a legit question.
A lot of butter and a lot of salt.
Okay. So do you eat like handfuls at a time or one kernel at a time?
Oh, handfuls.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I've been trying to find somebody who eats popcorn like I do.
No,
I eat one
I'm
at
not
a time.
dainty about it. No.
No. Well, I guess I am.
I like all the ethnic
Like the
food.
cheese one. Do you like cheese popcorn and the different varieties of popcorn and that kind of thing?
I'm a traditionalist.
Okay. Just give you some white
Yeah.
popcorn with butter and away you go.
Do you ever like go to a movie theater just to get some popcorn?
Yes,
Not even watch a movie?
I do that.
I do.
I'll order it. I'll
Most
order
of the
it
time.
through our app and then just go get it.
Did y'all ever see the guy that made he got famous on YouTube for like making the popcorn at a movie theater?
Mm-mm.
There was a guy from Corpus Christi, he worked at a movie theater there, and he got famous for the way he made the popcorn. Like he would put some popcorn, put some butter, put some more popcorn, more butter.
Oh, okay. Like the
butter.
layered.
So-
Is he the OG layered guy then? Because
Maybe.
they do it for you now.
And it's the way he would flip the carton and everything. So he got
Oh,
the Jimmy Kimmel
interesting.
show.
No, I haven't seen
That's
that.
the way you do it right there.
Yeah.
So I wondered
Gotta
if
layer
you,
that butter.
you popcorn fans would
Yeah.
have seen that.
Okay. Popcorn's awesome. What do you drink with that popcorn?
Mostly water. I'm a coffee and water. Yeah,
Okay.
that's me.
Okay.
That's about it. I don't drink a lot of
fancy
soda.
coffees or old fashioned stuff?
Mostly old fashioned, like occasional Starbucks, but yeah,
Okay.
mostly just old fashioned.
Do you have a Keurig, that kind of thing, or you just
Yep.
you roast? Okay.
Yep.
Pop
Very
the
good.
Keurig cups in, right?
Yeah. So what about dessert? Popcorn?
Sour cream lemon pie.
Sour.
I've
cream.
never heard of that.
That would
Pretty
probably
good,
be
huh?
It's really good. Marie Callender's used to have it. You remember the Marie Callender's?
Yes, they used to have
Yeah.
restaurants actually.
Yes, they have it. And then I think Sherry's still has them.
Okay.
It's
Sour cream
the
lemon. I'll have to
best.
try one.
That would
Yep.
probably be similar to a key lime pie almost. Like,
It's just basically a lemon pie, but there's kind of a cream layer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ginger, we're going to do a little something right now, fun, called a commercial.
Okay.
You get to be part of it. Since we're talking about food,
Uh-huh.
do you like corn dogs?
Of course I like corn dogs.
Okay, good. Because our sponsor is the corn dog company. And I was
That's-
just looking. Have you ever had the corn dog company?
No, because
Okay.
I don't think it's around me.
There's one in Othello. It says
Oh.
that's Eastern. Oh, that's Eastern Washington.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
That's why. And then Trice, what is it?
Tri-Cities is central.
Also Central, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe they don't have one there. Well,
Yeah.
so when you go to Boise, I imagine they have one there. But
I think they do.
yeah, our sponsor is the Corn Dog Company, home of
I'll
the
have
honey
to
dog.
try it.
They have like a mini, and then they have the Epic, which is a quarter pound. And I have Kevin Anderson sent us a picture of him.
I saw that.
It's
You saw
a
that?
ginormous corn dog.
Enough for 3 people. Or
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So-
Feed your family.
If you were going to, I mean, we talked about your popcorn. If you were going to have a corn dog, what would you have on your corn dog?
just mustard.
Just mustard.
Oh, see,
Just
that's
mustard.
what I'm
Right.
talking about, Nolan.
That's you
right
too,
there.
huh? You
Yeah.
mustard only.
Stop with the ketchup.
Yep. On a corn dog, just mustard.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Would you try a deep fried Milky Way or Snickers?
Of course.
Okay. I would
Have you
try
ever
it
had anything like that?
Uh-huh. I think it's Snickers at the
Okay.
fair
at
ones.
the fair. That's kind of a fair kind of a food, right?
Yeah.
Well, good. We just made a commercial. We didn't even know it.
There you go.
I'm going to try it next time. If there's one in Boise, I'll try it.
There you go. Yeah, they have them in Texas. And my son that goes to school at Texas State, the local corn dog company food truck is going to be at his school tomorrow.
No
So-
way.
He's going to try and go and get some video for us, get some footage.
That is so awesome.
Give Me Grace, a podcast by Alan and Nolan, will return after these brief messages.
At Alder Cabinet Installations, we design classy cabinets for classy people. Looking for a custom cabinet installation for your home or business? Let Alder Cabinet Installations do the work for you. Let us save you money and reduce frustration. We do kitchens, bathrooms, entertainment centers, family rooms, mud rooms, laundry rooms, home offices, and more. Alder Cabinet Installations. Would you like to see the custom cabinets we can design for you? Alder would. Visit our website, aldercabinet1.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Now back to this episode of Give Me Grace, a podcast by Alan and Nolan.
All right, back to you, Corky.
Okay. Let's go to music. What kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of acoustic, like my Apple playlists or like acoustic chill.
Okay.
A lot of that.
You like covers? You like covers of 80s songs that are acoustic?
Yeah. Anything that's kind of just a guitar and someone singing.
And you said you have Apple Music. I'll share with you a playlist I have. It's like, how many hours? It's dozens of hours of music that's acoustic covers.
I
And
think that
everyone in my
fits-
family hates it.
It fits your
Right on.
setting. I could just see you're out
Yeah,
on,
that's true. Some
out-
acoustic chill,
sitting by the sound and
cup
the-
of steaming coffee, hot coffee over the bay on a cloudy morning.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah. That's
You know,
perfect.
Seattle is known for grunge, but why not? Some
Yeah.
Why
acoustic-
not?
Yeah. Okay.
I like everything, like almost everything. I like folk. I like folk music,
Yeah.
classical.
in '89. I think I can remember what you liked to listen to then, but maybe you'll tell us, or I could guess, and then
I
you could
don't
tell us.
remember.
She was Bon Jovi
I did like Bon Jovi. How did you know that?
because everyone was Bon Jovi but me.
Hmm.
And then I
I
married a
just,
girl from New Jersey, and she's obviously Bon Jovi
Oh
too.
yeah, you have to be.
yeah, I did like Bon Jovi, and I loved Brian Adams.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Well done. Yeah.
we used to listen to that all the time when we were dragging mean.
Really intense music. Brian Adams. He
Summer of
didn't hold back.
69. Yeah,
Yeah. Good stuff.
yeah.
Beautiful songs though. Great singer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't get really into like the hard stuff, but I did like Foreigner and Journey and all those. And Air Supply. I loved Air Supply,
There you
just so
go.
you know.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
In fact, one of my playlists, I have Air Supply songs on my one
Okay.
that I listen to.
Awesome. Very good. So what about hobbies?
I have too many. I have
Oh, well,
far too many
you
hobbies.
deserve them.
We hike. We walk because I walk the dog like all
Okay.
the time. So I do a lot of hiking with her, and then I paint.
You do. You paint. Is that also a COVID thing?
No, I've been done that for a long time.
Long time. Okay.
Do you have any of your works there that we could see one of them, or maybe you could?
Not handy. But that's not say I'm great at it. Let's just say I do it because I like to.
Well, if you paint, your paintings are better than mine because I don't paint. So, I mean,
Yeah.
and it's all in the eye of the beholder too, right? Art is
Yeah.
subjective. So,
Yeah. I
Awesome.
sew,
Okay.
craft. I play the piano. I'm learning the guitar.
How long have you played the piano? Did you play the piano growing up?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's, I don't know. It's interesting what we knew and didn't know about each other because I didn't know you played piano. It probably wouldn't have been important to me then, but that's a really cool skill. We've tried to get our kids to do it.
so is the transition from piano to guitar an easy one, or it's completely different?
It's pretty different. Yeah. I've not found it easy anyway.
No.
Yeah, my daughter says the same thing. She's been playing piano since she was like 7. She's having a little trouble getting to the guitar.
You haven't seen it yet, but Travis Winley is also learning how to play the guitar, and
Yeah, that's right.
it was pretty cool. He made a little video for us
Yeah, he played us.
Nice.
He played
that
us
we're
a
going to
song.
include.
Yeah.
So now you've got to take a picture of some of your art and you make a video of your.
Oh, you do not want to hear me play a song. I'm not there yet. Yeah,
can
not
jam
there
it.
yet.
That's awesome though. That you're learning that. Do you do lessons online or with
Yeah,
somebody, or
I
you're
just-
just teaching yourself?
Just online ones.
Okay, just like YouTube it kind of thing.
Hmm.
Cool. All right. Any other hobbies? We'll throw it back to Nolan.
No,
Okay. All right.
Sounds like your grandkids.
That's a good list. Yeah.
Your full-time hobby too.
Well-rounded. That's true.
yeah, my grandkids are my full-time hobby.
Yeah, that's a good
where I
one.
spend 90% of my time. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably nice also with Dan in Boise 3 or 4 days a week. You got
Yeah.
family down the road. That's really cool.
yeah, I had a nanny date with my 5-year-old grandson today. So it's
Fun.
fun. Well,
Awesome.
Nana. I'm the Nana. So
Yeah. Awesome. All right, Noel.
Well, it looks like we know that you went to Grace.
mhm. Yep.
Okay, let's go
Any
through this because
specific-
let's see how many, because I went to grades 3 through 6. So we didn't have third grade the same. Were you and Mrs. Wilkers upstairs in 4th?
No,
Okay.
was
Who'd you have for
at-
4th?
Mrs. Kingston's.
Oh, for 4th. That was her first year. And then
Mhm.
5th grade, did you have Mrs. Kingston again?
Mr. Clark.
Oh, see, I was starting to doubt that actually Mr. Clark's 5th grade existed because everybody had Mrs. Kingston or was in Thatcher. Okay.
Yep.
So
And
Mr.
then
Clark
Lowe.
and then Mr. Lowe. I remember you in 6th grade, Mr. Lowe. Yeah.
Did you come to Thatcher for the dance in 6th grade?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I remember that dance.
Anything specific?
No.
Good.
I know I didn't kiss anybody because I would probably remember that because I remember 4th grade, but
You already got.
I don't remember that dance.
Check that off the list with
Yeah,
Don.
that's right. I was playing it cool by then. I was a veteran.
It was just super exciting because it was our first dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that. I'm sure I was excited too.
I think in Thatcher we had a 5th grade dance, and then we had a 6th grade dance, and then I think we convinced our teacher to
Grace
somehow
to come, huh?
invite Grace to come or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
But yeah, that was fun because we were gonna know each other in middle school or
Yeah, it's a good idea.
fun to,
Yeah, they do that here actually, in Helena. The kids from both of the middle schools, because in Helena we have 2 huge middle schools, or the elementary schools that is that go into the middle school. They have a 5th grade dance right before middle school. So all the kids from the elementary schools who feed into a particular middle school go. Yeah, the same idea. They get to know each other a little bit.
Any crazy elementary school stories, Ginger?
Oh, no, nothing too crazy.
We're getting the feeling that Grace didn't have the stories like Thatcher had. So.
I don't think we rolled anyone down hills. We didn't do any of that stuff. I think we must have been pretty lame, really.
We really heard all these stories, especially 6th grade. Like, I don't know if there were actually makeout sessions during recess in 6th grade in Thatcher, but we heard that stuff. Yeah, and we were just doing our thing in Grace, I guess.
Yeah,
I vaguely recall in elementary school hearing that Thatcher was kind of wild.
Yeah, I remember the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Some days I regretted not going to Thatcher, 6th grade. Yeah.
All right. Middle school. Oh, I keep calling it middle school. Junior high.
Yeah.
Who were your favorite teachers in junior high?
Oh, junior high is such a blur to me. I don't know. I'm not really sure why. But I know Mrs. Lloyd and Mr. Wilker were, I think, my 2 favorites in middle school.
Yeah, love Mr. Wilker. Mrs. Lloyd too. Like both of them. Their rooms were right next to each other, as I recall. Right there on that.
They were,
on that north end. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just don't have a lot of memories of junior high.
Maybe you've tried to push those memories out.
It's not uncommon.
Yeah. What about high school? Favorite teacher?
Let's see. Mr. Shaw.
Were you in choir and band or just one?
I was in both choir and band. Yep.
All 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I loved Mr. Shaw. Yeah. I just so much appreciated like all the time and effort that he put in, the trips to Disneyland, the pet band, the musicals that they put on. He just put a lot of effort in for all of us. And like he'd say, your rights end where someone else's begin. And that has always stuck in my head. And, it comes up all the time in my head that I just think it's cool that it's something that he always repeated to us and it stuck with me. So
we always shout out to Mr. Shaw because we haven't talked about him much, but you're right. Like all the extracurricular stuff, the concerts and the ball games with the pep band, let alone the trips. He put those together himself. We always shout out to Mr. Shaw. In that,
lots of time.
I remember one time I was in choir. It had to be probably freshman year, and I was leaving the band room, and for some reason I just pounded down on the piano keys, like an idiot, and I didn't know, but it's not great for a piano if you do that. And he turned to me and he said, "You want your butt kicked?" It was like so raw. It was so funny. Yeah. Well, I got to know him pretty well because when my dad got hurt, I stayed with the Shaws quite a bit. So he was kind of I remember going to his house before church to get my tie tied, for instance, because I didn't know how to tie. My dad was in Salt Lake. So, we just do that. He just kind of looked out for me.
Yeah. Just a good guy. We were such brats,
man. Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Just so even most of the time.
Yeah, even kill guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the rare exception. Yeah.
Rare, yeah.
Yeah, that I could push him. But those choir concerts, most of us didn't want to be in choir. We had to take choir for a year or 2. And I regret not staying in because I like singing now and I could have developed a little better. But, just all that stuff. It's amazing.
What did you play in the band?
I played the clarinet and then the keyboard. So I did a little bit. Yeah.
your piano skills to use as well. Your other stuff.
Who taught you how to play the piano?
Actually, I taught myself.
No way.
I did mostly teach myself. I did take some lessons later, like in high school. I took some lessons just to, try to, get rid of bad habits and things. But
Wow. When you took lessons, who taught them?
Linda Christensen. It was John Christensen's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
So when you were teaching yourself, did you find that you play by ear, or did you play?
So my older sisters must have taken lessons because
Okay.
we just had an old piano in our basement and there were books,
Yeah, like the beginner
harder
books and
books.
stuff.
And I would just go sit down there with
Okay.
his books. And
this was before YouTube and stuff like that. So you must have some facility with music to be able to do that.
I
would
just
guess.
would read the books. And
Wow.
Well, you talk about guitar, piano, keyboard, oboe, clarinet. I mean,
That's pretty good.
amazing.
Yeah. One woman
like
band.
I'm a jack of all trades, but I'm not real great at anything. So
Wow.
You're
I
like,
play
very good at this
zero.
one. Let
I
me
play
try the
nothing.
oboe.
I'm very mediocre at a lot of things. Let's just put it.
Aren't we all? Let's see. What's something you think about regularly from your high school days?
Oh, how close we were. It was easy because we grew up together. And so we were all just super tight, a tight-knit group. And it was easy to have friends because we just were together. And I appreciate that now because I'm pretty introverted now. So I struggle to make friends because I'm such an introvert. And I miss how close we were and how easy that was just to have this built-in group. That's something I think about a lot. It's like, man, I wish it was that easy to get to know people.
I don't want to embarrass anybody, but I liked Ginger in high school. And at the dances, I always remember we would dance to this song by Cutting Crew. So if
is
you're
that
tied
one
to
like
the memory
In
of
Your
the
Arms
Cutting-
Tonight or something?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I like that
I
song.
just
I hear
died
that
in your
song.
arms tonight. That one. Yeah.
yeah,
That was a good song.
I have that memory of dancing with her
I remember dancing with you.
in high school. So I think we went to homecoming the first part of our junior year, right? Maybe she doesn't remember.
I'm trying to remember. What did we do?
I
Did
don't
we just
remember. I think we went
That's such
on
a great
double
story.
date.
Nolan.
I think we went to Pocatello, if I remember right. I
Okay.
think there was a
Something's
big
coming
group.
back.
Like I think we may have gone with David, Shaw, and somebody, or I don't remember exactly, but I do know that we went to homecoming dance together. But that's about it of that I remember. And
Okay.
yeah, I think we went. I don't even remember where we went to eat or anything, but I do remember that. Tell us a funny story where you can get people in trouble from someone from our graduating class.
Oh, I wish I had a funny story to get somebody in trouble. It's not funny. Scott used to call me TT, and when we were freshmen, he called me TT for an entire year, and it stood for Thunder Thighs. Scott Rigby called me Thunder Thighs for an entire year. I mean, I hope it was in good. I mean, it was just being funny, but yeah.
That's
Did he tease you in elementary school or middle school or junior high?
No, just he started that when we were freshmen for some reason.
okay.
Did you slap him?
No, we just laughed. I just laughed at him. But
Yeah, that's the stuff that we did in good fun that just doesn't age well.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was different at the time, maybe.
And that's
yeah.
partly why we call this "Give Me Grace" because
That's true.
we have to give each other grace for the way we.
I must not have cared because I just laughed. Yeah, I mean,
But you remembered it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, all right.
Well, next time you see Scott, you know how they have those slapping.
And I think Tina will take care of it for us.
Tina can slap Scott for that.
Yeah.
Well,
She might have
good.
done that already.
But Scott also saved me one time when we were riding horses and I got bucked off and he went and caught my horse. So
Oh, there you go.
redeemed himself, I guess.
That's a good redemption.
Yeah.
Do you remember going to 23 with Kevin Anderson? And
I don't know that I ever went to 23 with them. I know, with like Rochelle and a few.
You were at 23 the only time I ever went. The 23. I didn't ever go, but I went one time that I remember, and I remember you were there.
I only went a few times. I didn't go a lot to 23. But the Flume,
you went a lot.
I keep telling myself, like, did this really happen? But it did. So my sister and Connie Meller and her boyfriend from Soda, we went on tubes through the mountain.
You went through the tunnel.
Oh,
Yeah.
like where we usually hung out, you came to that spot.
We went
Then.
through.
Wow.
This day, I'm like, we didn't even know what was in there. I don't know why.
Wow.
If the water was low enough, you could probably do that. I think if the water was high, there's no
You
way.
couldn't have done it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think, how stupid were we to do that?
We did a lot of stupid stuff around the Flume for sure.
Yeah.
I heard about Brett Keller and them going through the culverts.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff that we did. Yeah. We had to find things to do.
We did. Yeah.
Grace.
We always had fun. Like, we were never bored. I wish we didn't have like these all the time now. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. These kids today.
Yeah. Well, and adults.
And these adults today. Good point.
Yeah. She's
Good
like,
point.
why is Nolan bothering me again? Oh, man.
Yeah. All right. We ready for the grab bag?
I think so.
Here we go. So you were out of the southeastern Idaho area around 2004 when Napoleon Dynamite came out. Do you remember that time?
Yes, we were in Boise and we went and saw it at the Flicks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Flicks. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I know the Flicks.
We went and saw it at the Flicks. And I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, but then the second time I saw it, you start to pick up on the little humor, the little nuggets. And then I thought it was hilarious. So I actually loved it after that. But my kids did go to that festival in Preston.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any pictures in front of Rico's van? Family pics?
I probably do have some. They had the shirts, the Pedro shirts.
Oh, that's awesome.
All that stuff. Yep.
So they went just recently, this one the 20.
No, this was when they were young. They went with Kim's wife, Sue Christensen.
Okay.
Can you say who is your favorite character from Napoleon?
Oh, what was the brother's name?
Kip. Like your brother.
Yep, exactly. I love the way he talks.
So is Kip the character, like Kip your brother?
Not at all. Couldn't be further apart. Yep.
A lot of good quotable Kip lines for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Awesome.
But it was fun because it was like, you recognized all the places. And
yeah. And the way people talked, and it seemed pretty close. Yeah. And almost, I remember being a little sheepish to say, like, because I was in Texas, I was like, yeah, I'm from that area. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's a good point of reference when you probably meet people and they're like, where are you from? And you're like, Grace, Idaho. And like, where's that? Well, do you know where Napoleon Dynamite was filmed?
Yeah. 40 miles north of Napoleon. Yeah. All right. Bluebell or Turner's?
Oh, Bluebell. Yeah. I think
what'd you do at
Turner's
Bluebell?
a few times.
Okay.
But we used to go to Bluebell all the time.
Yeah. What'd you do there? Did you play the games? Did you play pool? Did you get something to eat?
Just ate. Yeah. We used to do the English chips or and the tots, but we would do tartar sauce with ketchup in it and stir it up for French sauce.
Ketchup. That's interesting.
Yeah. I might like that because I hate tartar sauce and ketchup. So if I put them together, maybe I'd like it. I don't know. That's interesting.
So it's like a fry sauce, but with a
kick. Yeah. I don't think they had. Did they have fry sauce? Maybe they didn't.
I think we all made our own. Like,
Make our own.
Yeah, they didn't really have it except at our circles, I recall
yeah,
back then. But
that's true.
yeah. So what about soda or Preston? Which one did you frequent?
Soda. Yeah. My sister Jenny, she used to have a boyfriend up there, so we were up there a lot. My
Yeah, I
grandma.
remember Jenny. She
Yeah.
was what, 3 years older than us. She was maybe senior when we were
Yep.
freshmen
Yep.
or
So
sophomore. Yeah.
she was, let's see,
2 years.
2 years older.
Oh, so
Yeah.
she was with like
They may
Buffy
just-
and Karen and
Yeah.
them. Okay. Yeah, I remember Jenny.
What kind of shenanigans did you guys do in soda?
We used to drag Maine and stuff, and then
Yeah.
we'd spend a lot of time at her boyfriend's house and
Mm.
stuff like that. So
Okay. Very
So
good.
were you guys? So we talked about this about us. We always went to the other towns because we thought maybe the girls we might have a chance because they didn't
We
know
have
us.
yeah, that's my theory. That's why I went.
Did you guys
Yeah.
have that same theory and sort of like, okay, these guys don't know who we are?
Maybe the guys in the other towns are more interesting, potentially.
I think she felt that way. I don't think I did, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
the
more of a
mystery
guy
of it.
thing.
It could be. Yeah.
I did have a boyfriend in soda for a short time.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. That's something we want to forget, though.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. How about Pocatello or Logan?
Pocatello, and I don't know if that was just because it was closer to my end of the valley.
Yeah, that's true. You were kind of in the
Yeah.
northern,
Yeah.
northwest up there. Yeah, in a way.
Oh, yeah, it seemed to be the one we
Could
went to. So.
Okay. What'd you do in
Thing.
Poke? Did you call it? Would you call it Pokey? Poke?
Just
Pocatello?
pokey. Yeah.
Pokey.
Pokey. I never called it poke.
No, I'm starting to think that was my mom's invention. No.
I thought it
Yeah.
was
What
your
did we do?
sister's
We did shop. We'd go to the mall.
Yeah.
Sizzler.
ooh,
Sizzler. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh,
Shakey's
no,
Pizza.
Okay, I remember. Do you remember Rax?
Yeah, Rax roast beef.
That's Rax roast beef. Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if we were there for a choir thing or what, but I remember some of us wanted to go to some restaurant, and you and a group of other people wanted to go to Rax.
Rax roast beef. Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that. But
Awesome.
did you ever go to a suburb of Pocatello called Chubbuck?
I have been to Chubbuck. I have a sister that lives in Chubbuck.
You do?
Everybody has a
So do
sister
I.
that lives in Chubbuck.
You said Lee lives in
Yeah,
Chubbuck.
he lives in Chubbuck. Yeah. 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 And Corey wants me to make sure that everybody knows that it's not her who lives in Chubbuck.
Is there something bad about living in
It's
Chubbuck?
just Chubbuck. I don't know. There are some towns that's like you live in Port Harbor. Is that the right name of the town, Ginger?
Port Orchard.
Port Orchard. Even better. Port Orchard.
It sounds
It
nice.
sounds like it is.
Yeah.
Chubbuck sounds like it is. Like
It's a funny
the picture
name.
you get in your
It is a
head when you
funny
hear
name.
Chubbuck. That's what it is. It's amazing. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
Oh, there's a cat.
beautiful.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Lily.
That's Lily.
Lily. All right. What about the fair? Did you look forward to the fair?
Oh, I went every year, even when my kids were growing up for forever. I would go to the fair every year until they got, up in high school, and then we just couldn't find the time. They get busy with the activities, and
So that was the time you picked to kind of go back and
Mhm.
you had family there and you just
Hope to see
go back and
people
visit.
you knew kind of stuff.
Yeah,
too.
it's a gathering time, I suppose. Yeah, I've never
it's a
been
chance.
since I graduated.
It's the chance, a higher chance to see people that you graduated with, and
Yeah.
there's more to do for your kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Cool. I
Love
think
it.
literally the last time I went to the fair was like 1992 because I got back.
really,
I got back from my mission in Argentina, and it was a fair. And my mom picked me up in Salt Lake, and we were driving home. And my house is like we were on the back street, and that's part of the parade route.
Mhm.
So I just got out, waved to
They're
the
having a
locals and
parade
the
for you.
Shaws as we went by. Like, there's a parade for me. Awesome. Yeah, it's literally the last time I've been to the fair is that night. Yeah.
Did you try the tachos at the fair, Ginger?
no, I haven't tried the
Yeah, they have-
tachos.
the last time I was there, they have like tater tots, and they put everything on it like you would nachos.
Mhm.
So they
Sounds
call
I
it,
like
good,
the fry
actually.
what's that?
Rye bread's good.
Fry bread.
Yeah.
Rye bread. Is that a new thing? The fried bread at the fair?
It's a newer thing.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's new, but yeah.
Okay.
It's just basically a scone with taco
Yes.
stuff on it. Yeah.
Taco
That's
stuff
good
on
stuff.
it?
Mhm.
Okay. Like a Navajo taco.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
That
Cool.
sounds good too. All right. Up to you, Noel.
All right. This is the deep thinking questions. You ready?
I guess.
We've already learned a lot of stuff about you that we
Absolutely.
didn't know.
This has been
So
awesome.
is there anything else about you that we didn't know already about you?
Oh,
Is there a sixth instrument out there,
Yeah.
for instance?
don't you know about me? I wrote
Is
down.
Nirvana secretly
I would forget.
having you join their band or something?
Oh, something you don't know about me. Okay, so I have a minor obsession with Bigfoot.
Oh, that's such a Washington State thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I got stuck on these like podcasts,
Mhm.
listening to like Sasquatch Chronicles and things like that. And so
Yeah.
I just kind of got into that. And then people would know that I liked those. And then they started giving me Sasquatch paraphernalia, right? Because they thought I was into Sasquatch.
That's awesome.
So I've got stuffed animals. I have like a 5.5-foot chainsaw Sasquatch in my living room down there.
Like made out of wood?
Uh-huh.
Like that? Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's so cool.
So Pocatello has a lot of legends of Sasquatch in that area, right?
Well, I think I know there was something in the last 10 years. Some kids saw something up on a hill up there.
Sometimes I think it's not Sasquatch, but it's Cujo.
Cujo?
Cujo, what are you talking about?
The movie we watched at Rochelle's house.
Yeah, I know Cujo.
Oh, I see what you
The
mean.
dog.
Oh, I see what you mean. You see
Oh,
Cujo out there.
So people think they see Sasquatch, but it's actually Cujo.
Oh, okay.
That's Dogman.
Got it. Yeah.
So is it like the Yeti or there's different names for Bigfoot,
Oh,
right?
well, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, yeah. It's a big thing in Washington for sure.
It is. Yeah. A lot of my
Yeah.
students for Washington State, they talk about Sasquatch a lot.
I don't know. I just like the story. I think it's
Yeah.
fun.
But you don't think that you've ever saw one or
Oh, no, I haven't.
You're still waiting to see the orcas. Sasquatch is down the road.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what you don't know that about me, I guess.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
we didn't.
That's true. I didn't.
When was the last time you were in Grace?
Oh, I was trying to remember. It
Mhm.
It was last year sometime. I haven't been there this year. We did a remodel. We've been remodeling for a year. So I've been pretty busy and I haven't gotten back there, but I'm trying to find a time in
You
the
still
next
have
month or two.
some family in Grace area?
Yeah, my dad and Lois are still there, and my brother, my sister, my Kips and Soda.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
yeah, and that was my sister in Chubbuck. So I've actually got quite a few people down in Grace still.
Do you drive out there when you go? Or do you fly?
Fly to Boise usually.
Okay. Well, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Drive down, or
Hmm.
sometimes
That's
we
better-
drive.
That's
yeah.
better than flying to Salt Lake and driving up.
Well, it's got kids in Boise.
That's true.
Yeah,
Salt
I
Lake for.
usually fly, spend time with my daughter, and then go.
Is your family connected with the Caribou Highlands, or is that Bart's thing?
Oh well, Bart is my second cousin.
Right?
So my dad he used to mow. He just finally retired,
Okay.
but he up until just this last year he mowed
Okay.
out there for
What's
don't talk
Caribou
about
Highlands? Catch
The
me up.
golf course.
Oh, is that what it's
Link.
called?
Bart's. Yeah.
Used to be Links or something. It's
So
Caribou
it's-
Highlands
I
now.
think it was Central Links or
Central
Caribou
Links.
Highlands.
Yeah. Caribou Highlands. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the passage of time, what does growing up in Central or Grace mean to you?
Um, you know, I loved growing up in a place where it takes a village is really the motto. It's like you guys know, my mom died when I was in 6th grade. And
Yeah.
I just remember like all of these people in the community and women especially that just kind of took me in. And especially after my mom died, like I know for a while I was kind of an orphan. I don't know how to explain that, but there was a lot of people. I stayed with different people, and just it was a lot of people that just really tried to just nurture me. So it was that it takes a village, and no matter what, there's always, if your parents weren't available, there's always somebody looking out for you. So I loved that. I loved growing up with that. So I appreciate living in a bigger city, and having the opportunity to be exposed to different, cultures and things like that. I love that. But it would have been nice for my kids, I think, to have grown up with that kind of a
community.
I don't know what you call it, but a community, I guess.
Yeah. I have a regret when it comes to sixth grade, Ginger. I remember that your mom passed away then. And I was so awkward about it. I was so awkward about death and dying, and I just didn't have, and I remember wanting to offer condolences, but not knowing what to say. And I always just regret that. I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong, but I didn't do anything right either, because I just was too awkward. So, but I remember you going through that hard time. You didn't notice. Yeah, you had more important problems that you were dealing with.
I appreciate that, but everybody was really just very kind, and there were just so many people that just went above and beyond, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and I experienced a very similar thing when my dad was injured. Just people pitching in with my siblings and myself. It's amazing. Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing that, Ginger, with us. Is there any one specific person? You said that you spent time with a lot of people. Does one stand out, like you spent the most time with them or their family?
Like, I don't, the Jorgensens, Pat and Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pat, I stayed with Pat a lot. My parents were close friends with them, and she helped a lot. And people from our church, Pat, Blanche Holtz, I remember her. She had me come down and pick raspberries with her. I mean, just people just trying to nurture me.
Just reaching out.
Yeah.
Pat didn't even have kids our age, right? She had older kids.
Casey was
3 or 4
what was
years
he?
older?
3-4 years older than us.
That's really, that's amazing that they did that. And when you were saying that, I was thinking of Corky's family too, like people come together and helped.
Yeah.
Well, and when Jenny, my sister, when she passed, that whole summer or that winter before she passed, like the community came together again for her and made sure that they had this incredible Christmas.
Wow.
So I've experienced it twice. So just the incredible love that community has for everybody. So
there are so many unsung people, like Carl Jorgensen and his family Carl and Pat Jorgensen just is a great example of that. It's just that they're just like unsung. They serve in small ways and big ways, and just kind of just do it. And
so many people like
Carl, he coached me in Little League basketball a couple of years, and just, stuff like that. He was just, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of folks like that in Grace, but just in unsung ways, just serve. It's great.
Yeah. So many. Yeah. It was a great place to grow up, for sure.
It might be kind of personal, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but what did you do if someone is going through something similar to what you went through? What kind of things did you do to help you get through them, other than having people take care of you? But what did you do personally to just get through those rough times? Or you probably still have to do. I mean, it doesn't go away, the sting of it. But
I wish I could say that we handled things healthy, but I don't think necessarily that I handled it healthy. I think it was more of lock it up, which is obviously come back to haunt me in many ways.
But as a sixth grader, you don't expect to lose your mother, and then shortly after that to lose your sister. And so you dealt with it the best way you knew. And that's what I'm saying. Corky didn't know what to say. Well, I still find that as an adult, as people lose a loved one,
Yeah.
it takes me a while to even say something because I don't know exactly what to say. And every situation is different, but that's really great that you would share something so personal with us, and maybe it will be helpful to somebody that's watching us, our episode. So
Well, hopefully the people that are watching realize just how grateful, or how much of an impact they make on
right.
everyone when do those small kindnesses for
Yeah.
people.
I've thought that too, that I owe a debt to the folks in Grace that you can't really pay back. You can pay it forward maybe, but you can't pay it back. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Is there something from your time growing up that you would do differently?
Oh, I've been thinking about this question. Just, there's so many cringy things. Do you guys think that too?
Oh yeah.
Like,
We're
look
doing
back
this
and
whole
be like, oh my gosh,
show.
I can't believe I acted that
I
way.
tell something cringy about myself every episode.
Every time my mouth opens, I'm like, why did I say that?
Yes. I think there's just so many things like, oh, why did I do that? Why did I say that? But you know what? We were kids, right?
Yeah.
Like immature kids, and you have to give yourself a little bit of grace, I guess.
So that prompts a memory.
Yeah.
And hopefully you've forgotten this memory. So in the 80s, we watched a lot of these Pretty in Pink type movies,
Oh,
or
yes.
Some Kind of Wonderful, and all these things. So sometime after I liked you, I did this thing. I drove past you as you were driving towards your house in my mom and dad's car, and I got in front of you and I pulled over to block the road. And I don't even know why I did. I imagined it as if it was in a movie.
Oh.
Mhm.
And then
I don't even remember what I said. I don't know if it was some desperate kind of way to my last chance to, like, I don't know. It was just a weird thing I did as probably a sophomore or a junior. And I always look back on that and like, that was the stupidest thing.
Don't remember this.
Yeah.
That's what
That's the stuff we did.
That's perfect. That
Nolan, I just don't think you put it out there enough. You don't think you let me know.
There you go. No.
That was my problem, huh? I didn't.
Yeah.
I showed my crush on you, or my like for you, in stupid ways, I guess.
Well,
I was just probably completely clueless.
That's the extent of the game we had. No, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
But I should have been taking notes from like Scott or somebody. But yeah, that's something I've always thought that was like weird. Like, why did I do that? But good, you forgot it.
There you go.
Well,
How have you changed from your times in Grace High School?
Well, hopefully I've matured. I don't know. I've definitely become more introverted. I like being alone. How have I changed? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not really like a social.
Did you think you were then, or were you kind of?
I think I was much more, but I think it was easy then, right? We all grew up together.
We grew up together. Yeah, it's more like siblings than anything.
Yeah.
And I think a theory of mine, you spent so much time as a nurse, for example, taking care of people. Mm-hmm. Now you want to take care of yourself. You just need that time to learn the piano, learn the guitar, paint, doing all these things that maybe you didn't have time to do when you were raising your kids. And
maybe, yeah.
So it's just a theory. All right. Yeah. We've made it through all the questions. Anything extra you want to share with us, or?
No, there's not much about me. I'm pretty boring, really.
That's what she told me when I reached out to her. I'm like, Ginger, nobody's boring.
No, this has been awesome.
Everyone's story is, exciting for different reasons. I mean, look at the things that we learned about you that we didn't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I love it. I think, just hearing all these stories, I'm not quite done with Todd. I've got just maybe another 20 minutes to finish that.
They're getting longer. We apologize.
No, I love it. I love it. I'm having such a fun time. And what the funny thing is every time I'm watching one, like, it brings up memories.
Yeah.
these
Yep.
things that I haven't thought about in years and years and years, and it pops up like I remember being in Todd's backyard, like looking for worms. Like I think his
Oh yeah.
parents.
Oh yeah.
Remember doing that?
Put the little electrodes
Water.
down.
Well,
Yeah.
you'd spill out water too.
Yeah, so the stuff they'd pour on the lawn, and the worms would come up, and we'd all
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You'd take them to the sexers.
yeah,
Randy Kirby's
things like that that just pop up in your head, you know.
Yeah.
brother-in-law, I think he would
Oh.
get the worms and then
You'd sell them to them?
sell
Is
them
that-
for like
and then they
$4
use them for
a pound
bait?
or something.
All
Yeah,
right.
they had a solution that you'd put in a big jug of water.
Oh yeah.
Pour it out on your
Okay.
yard, and then
Yeah. And it kind of
come up.
suffocated them, so they'd come up to the surface.
Right. And
Yeah.
then
You grab them.
so you remember doing that at Todd Hansen's house, huh?
I do, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Oh, you know what? I wish that you guys had invited me dancing at these clubs too.
Yeah.
And then Logan,
Ginger, I feel the same way. Whenever he
I
talks
missed
about
out
it
on
with
a
his
lot of
little
fun, I
friends.
think.
you were having too much fun, like at your house having parties and stuff, I think.
Oh, it's funny how we got into these little groups, but I wish that's something I actually do. I wish that I could go back and spend more time with
Yeah.
people that I didn't get to spend as much time with because, I think I missed out on a lot,
Yeah, I feel the same way. If just didn't reach out enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a
Just-
pickle and cheese sandwich?
Oh, yes. Loved them.
Yeah.
I still eat pickle and cheese sandwiches.
Do you?
I do.
Would you deep fry it in corn dog batter and
No.
Actually sounds really good.
Probably would.
Haven't had dinner.
well, we can't go back. I know that for a fact. Maybe
No.
someday we can. But that's why we're doing this, is so that we can bring back those memories, and maybe when we have a reunion we can relive all the things that we wish we would have done
Yeah.
back in 88 and 89. So
Yeah. There's still time to reach out. So that's nice.
well, Seattle area would be a great place for a reunion, I think, especially in the summertime.
No.
A little
Pretty
expensive.
far out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anybody's welcome. If you're ever out this way, give me a call.
For me, my wife had always had a dream to see the orcas in the wild. So
Oh,
that's why we went.
there you go.
We didn't say, hey, let's go to Seattle. We said, hey, let's go to the San Juan. So I will say it's a pretty cool place, especially in the summertime. Like you say, we were there in July. It was perfect.
It's
Good
We're
to
like-
know.
We're like, man, oh, there's one of those islands has a nice hike on it where you hike up this tall, second highest point, I guess, in Washington or something, is on one of those islands.
Is it Orcas? It's probably Orcas.
Could be, but
Hmm.
you'll have a nice time. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Good
Thanks,
talking.
Ginger. Thanks for
Yeah.
everything you've done to help us with pictures and stuff. And thanks for coming on. It's been awesome.
Good talking to you guys.
hey, have a good night.
Have a good
You
night.
too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I got my first real six string, bought it at the 5